Live from Canada, it's the SSN podcast with your host, Larcher, Colin, Michael, and Liberty. There we go. There. And then, what? Hold on a second. That shouldn't be it. Hey, there we go. Hello, everybody. We're not just a bunch of blank squares. Welcome back to the Slug Star Network podcast. Hey, look, it's us, all four. And Lib's a little bit out of sync, but it's not the end of the world. It's like we can deal with it as long as he doesn't lag out. We're happy. We're going. Lib pointed out my murder bit. Lib's gone. Lib's back.
He's back. He's back.
Colin, I don't know what is wrong with my Discord or my internet, but I just gotta leave and come right back, and then I'm a little bit better.
Every time. I just get a little bit rid of it. Oh, my God. Hello, boys. It's been a while since we've all been together. How have you all been?
Good. Doing good. Doing really good.
I just had my birthday, so I'm now a mature 23 years old.
Oh, how does it feel to be the big 2-3?
The existential dread of life only gets bigger.
Yeah, you know, I didn't want to say that to you right away, but happy birthday!
Let's go.
Oh man, did you do anything big and special for your birthday?
I went swimming and got sunburned.
Nice.
So honestly, pretty good birthday. Also,
Party
when my brother came down, it was the day after I got my second COVID vaccine.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was a little tiny bit loopy and dizzy.
Oh,
and then I also decided to get drunk while experiencing symptoms.
Yeah.
So I had one hell of a night.
I mean, you know, you live the life. You live the life that you can live right now until you can no longer do it. Because, you know, when that 2-3 turns to a 3-2, you're done for, son. You are done for. 32, you just want to hang it up. And by that, I mean, like, anyways.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Remember, I have a retirement plan. It's the Gus Roll retirement plan, all right? And I'm getting close to
Oh,
that.
no.
I'm 7 years away. From
I understood that reference.
All right. All right. on a more positive side, hey, everybody, welcome to the SSN podcast. You know, we have everyone together. We're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff. Some, you know, old men yelling at weather. Some old men playing a new game for the first time. And some just about some old men. So we'll see what kind of flavor we're going to have this week.
Well, old men in there. Where's all the young men?
I mean, they're over on the right-hand side of the screen.
Oh, right.
Yeah, actually, that's Chovy's bringing up a good point. Okay, I want to bring this up right now.
Oh,
So,
God.
on Wednesday, where you can go ahead and watch Riding with Dice each and every week at 6 p.m. on twitch.tv/SSN Plays, where Colin and Liberty go ahead and have an improv screenplay writing session. It's great. You guys should check it out. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna see what these boys are up to. You know, there's talks about certain things happening. So I'm like, let's see what this is all about. I jump online, and what do I see? The first thing that I see, well, what I don't see, is Colin's hair, because it is smooth.
It's not that. I didn't go bald. It's just a buzz cut. Buzz cut.
But then I'm like, all right, that's different. That's a big shocker. Then I look at Lib, and Lib is just the sidewalks are open now. You know what I mean? Like the weeds have been trimmed. It is just smooth on that side too now. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, did these boys have a discussion where they sat down and like, okay, look, we got to look good for the podcast. We got to do something special. And Lib's like, I got it. Because like, don't get me wrong, you boys look good with that hair or lack of hair. All right, you guys look chef's kiss. I love it. All right, it's good. You look better than Michael. All right, which is
I got a dad
something.
hair going on.
You guys look good. You, Michael, you look like shit.
Hey, I didn't say that. Colin said it. But
Wow.
and I've had to take a guess. Colin, you shaved your head because we've been having a blistering, shitty ass heat wave this past week, and driving in a truck that sometimes has no AC. Lack of hair is better than, you know, sweating it all out.
Basically, my head has just been overheating. I've been having to just down bottles of water while at work, and I just got tired of it. So I figured, what way to what's better than air cooling on my own head?
Right?
Just get rid of all the hair that's holding the heat in. I was going to the week before. I was going to last week, but the day I decided, okay, I'm gonna get a fucking buzz cut was the first day barbers were open. So I literally spent quite a while just calling different barbers, being like, "Hey, you have an appointment for this time? You have an appointment for this time?" And one place ended up saying, "Okay, yeah, we can definitely take you if you show up at this time. There's not gonna be a long wait." I'm like, "Oh, sick!" And I walk in, and it's fucking packed. And the lady looks at me and says, "Oh yeah, it's not that long. It's only like hour and a half, maybe 2 hour wait." I look at it, I'm like, "No, that's long. That's not that long. That's long."
That's
lady.
long.
Yeah, I didn't even say anything else. I just walked out of the place.
Oh my gosh! Wow. This is why I get my
Yeah.
mother to cut my hair. It's a lot cheaper and a lot faster.
I mean, cheaper as in it's free?
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't
Yeah,
pay
it is.
my mother to
It's
cut my
cheaper.
hair.
I mean, I think the last time I got a haircut at a barber would have been when I visited my family. This would have been, I think, around the time. No, that doesn't even make sense. I was gonna say when during the strike for college, but I'm pretty sure that's the year that I went bald. I remember.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
I walked
Yeah.
into the class, Ryan's camera class, and I sat down. And everyone just looked at me as if I was crazy. I remember that now. So that wasn't
You
the
were
time.
Britney Spears.
It would have been kind of. Look, we already talked about Britney Spears last week. Let's not bring it up anymore.
That's why I'm bringing it up.
No. But then the last time before that, yeah, it would have been, I think, the year before I left for college, where I went to go see my barber, and he's this cool hipster barber, which I'm hoping he's still open. And the dude, like, you could go in there, you guys chit chat. If you want to smoke a cigar, you can smoke a cigar. If you want to have a beer, you can have a beer, and like
Wow.
talk about whatever, shave your beard. And he does like single blade shavings of the beard, which is really really nice because it's very close to the skin. Just the how towels like system, everything, dude. You feel like I can't even describe, but it was just so good. The guy he's super chill, and then if you're on his good side, you get good discounts over there. It was great. I love it.
Nice.
Yeah, I can confirm. I've had that once in my life. I went into one of those barbers, and he was cutting my hair, and he asked me if I wanted to shave, and I said, "Oh, no, I think I'm good." And then he looked around. The place was empty. There was no one else in there with us. And he said, "Hey, there's no one else in here. I'll give you a face shave for free if you want." I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And it was one of the top 10 most luxurious things I've ever had. Having someone professionally shave your face, it feels so fucking good. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Was that because it's like 3 hairs he had to shave and that was it?
Oh
so
my
he just
God.
figured.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
No.
Probably it wasn't hard for him. There wasn't much to do.
You know what? They were like, "No, it's $100, buddy." It was
I think me and Colin are very much built the same as facial hair goes. And the thing is, those first itty bitty, like teeny bits of facial hair that they come in quick and they come in right away and they're really annoying.
Mhm.
But the thing is, they don't grow. So shaving, even when I just get a razor, like do a full shave, razor, all that shit, it still is so annoying because there's still like shit left over because I just can't get that deep. And if I do, I don't want to fuck with my skin. So like, I don't know. I hate this is my I don't have to go out at all, so I just grow out my hair and I trim the neck part that's really annoying.
Yeah, the neck beard. Yeah, trust me.
Mhm.
When I was a teenager, one of the first things that was growing nonstop was the neck beard,
The
and
penis.
I fucked. I'm sorry. What was that? Did you
I
just
didn't say
did
anything.
you just talk about my prepubescent penis? Is that
The thing
that's-
that was growing the most? I thought that was the obvious answer.
so? This
So
is
that they didn't know. That's a sad thing. It didn't grow at all.
this is
Oh.
a family friendly stream. Liberty, all right. Liberty
Yeah, okay.
Jones Roundtree. All right. I don't
Not
need.
even close.
No,
Oh.
that's officially your name now. Is Liberty Jones Roundtree. All right.
Call
I
me
don't-
Libby Jones, detective. Sorry.
See, you're welcome. There's your new Writing with Dice episode, all about Libby Jones, detective at law.
Nice.
He's also a lawyer.
Detective.
Well, wait.
I solve cases, and then I bring in those cases to the court. And they say, Libby Jones, get the fuck out of here. You're not a detective lawyer.
Oh, detective lawyer. That'd be good. That'd be good. Anyways, yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's been a few years since I've had a haircut. Like the only thing I get now usually is like Tracy, where I'm like she's learned how to do like the fade with the hair, so she'll do that all the time. So like it looks nice and everything's great. But now it's getting to the point like my hair is growing back again. It's getting kind of like out there. I got like the Ace Ventura hair if I wanted to have it and whatnot. But I'm like sitting there and I'm like, I don't know. I want something different. And I don't know what to do with my hair. And I'm going to talk to the the generation after me, which is you boys. I got this current generation of this man above me. And I'm going to ask you, what the fuck am I going to do with my hair? What are we going to do? Think about it. What do we do with my hair? How do we cut it? How do we cut this? How do we make this look
What does
fabulous?
he do?
Do the shave everything except for the mullet. Do that. That'd be sick.
So you want me
You
to
can
just
join
have
the
a
club.
rat tail and that's it? Oh
No,
no!
not just a rat tail. Like the whole
Oh
mullet thing going on.
no, Liberty! I didn't see the back part.
I was waiting for the reveal, and then
Oh,
Mike brought it up.
oh,
Let me see. Let me see.
Look at this.
Liberty!
Oh God!
Oh,
You can join the club.
Straight out of Sunnyvale.
Oh,
Oh,
actually-
God.
I got you right there. You gotta do like Liv.
no! I choose.
See, the worst thing is that headphones on, this look, like when I actually have my hair like this is a pretty good look for me.
Yes,
Like I can do that very well.
but
But
then
you throw the party in the back, and it just gets even better.
you know,
That's
no,
awesome.
no, and because of that mustache, I want to put you on a watch list. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
cannot get 500 meters near
coolest
any
guys
school.
to watch.
Oh my god! Like you're gonna be on Watch
You're gonna go
Mojo's
door
top
to
10
door and tell
pedophiles.
everyone in the neighborhood how cool
Yeah.
you are to watch.
God damn.
Hey, I'm super cool, and I legally have to tell you that. They're like, I feel like you're not telling me you're cool. Well, it counts.
I'm
Don't call
I'm
my
the
lawyer.
coolest pedophile around.
Oh.
Goodbye. Like that's what's happening with
Oh.
you right now. I'm gonna go hang out with Bill
Oh.
Cosby
You don't
now.
like
Don't
it?
worry about it.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I feel like it suits me in a way. I like it.
I mean,
See, Larson, you could totally throw
no,
that
no.
and pull that off
No.
for sure.
Leb, I want to put
Yeah,
you in a
like it.
trailer park now. That's what's happening here. I want to change your background. Like you belong there. All right.
Oh my god, we give Justin a mullet, and then we give him like this super thick goatee, like the
Yes.
like
yeah.
the goatee that drops down to here, and then you got a little bit of stubble on the sides.
Yeah, exactly. It's happening. It's happening.
That would look sick. I'd support that.
Well, that's your thumbnail right there. This is me with a
And then
mullet
you
in
just-
the.
Just like,
Oh.
Tell everyone you're in Sons of Anarchy; they'll believe you.
there you go.
I mean, I could do that now and they would believe me. I just have to not wear bright Hawaiian shirts and stuff.
They do that in Sons of Anarchy. Like, eventually.
You know, yeah, when
They
they're
hit
going
the
their tiki
beach
adventures.
episode. They go to Tahiti.
What the
Each episode of Sons of Anarchy, playing volleyball
Don't you know-
on the beach together.
You know when Ron Perlman's like, "This Jax, we got one more heist, and then we're going to Tahiti."
Oh my god. Alright,
I
Sons
think
of
we watched a
Tahiti.
different show.
yeah, that sounds like isn't that what fucking
That
Agent
is the plot
Coulson
of
did?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, I was about to say
Oh,
I was about to say, isn't fucking isn't that where what's his face goes when he dies and gets resurrected? Coulson in Agents of Shield. Is it Tahiti? It's
that's
somewhere.
a great question. I never watched Agent of Shield, so I don't have the
Yeah, me
answer.
neither.
but-
He goes somewhere which revives him, and then they explain it at some point, but I never got into the show that far. I only made it to like the season where there's a crossover, a big MCU crossover, and it was Agents of Shield meets Lady Sif because it was Thor: Dark World.
Oh, that was the big crossover
Yeah.
for Agents of Shield.
Yeah, it's when
Was for the Dark
yeah.
World.
and it wasn't even Thor: Dark World itself. It was just when the Dark Elf ship thing crashes in England, and they're there to pick up the pieces. That's what it is. So it's like post movie at that point. It's really bad. It's really bad.
So the Agents of Shield
They-
is just like a whole bunch of episodes of like a cleanup crew basically going in and they talk about
You say
what
this?
happened and like
You say that? There is a comic book series out there, and I can't remember if it's DC or Marvel. I want to say it's DC that has a cleanup crew that shows up at the end of every major superhero fight, and then you actually see like the repercussions and the insurance claims that they have to go through and all that shit. So it's like a comedy series. It's actually kind of brilliant. It's a good comic
that is
book.
brilliant.
I just can't remember if it's Marvel or DC. But that point, nonetheless. No, so Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is supposed to be, the organization S.H.I.E.L.D., the big Marvel governing body that kind of keeps all their superheroes in check until Hydra comes in and infiltrates it and destroys it all.
Yeah, they're the bad guys.
Yeah. It was supposed to be the adventures of Phil Coulson because people loved Coulson up until the point that he dies in Avengers. Fucking spoilers. Bye, Lib. Jesus
Right.
Christ.
I think I'm lagging, so I'm just resetting.
Okay, all right.
Everyone loves Coulson.
Yeah. Everyone loves Coulson. But then he dies in Agents of in the first Avengers. They bring him back in Agents of Shield, and then you think at some point, because MCU is so fucking careful with their products, and they're gonna make sure that everything makes sense, and they're gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna see Coulson again in a movie. You never do. You never see any of these fucking characters in a goddamn MCU movie. Not even the
Dude,
Daredevil or Punisher shit got to do that.
Dude, they had fucking Ghost Rider was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. For
And-
Christ's sake. They had fucking Ghost Rider, and
Really?
then they're like, yeah, and then they're like, what? The thing is, they wanted to retcon it because there's a ton of cool characters that they used in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that they don't want to use the storylines they already presented. They want to do their own Ghost Rider if they do Ghost Rider. They want to, but the thing that sucks is like you could throw away like actually no, don't throw away all of the Defenders. Throw away Iron Fist, but then you can keep all the Defenders. Like Daredevil is such a good TV show and cool character and amazing casting. Like just put him in a fucking Spider-Man movie or something. Like it's not hard.
Yep.
Like
That's what I've been
seriously.
saying with they're doing it's trickled down. They're doing it with the movies are the main thing because they know more people are gonna watch the movies than are gonna watch the TV shows. So they don't want to have more people who watch the movies be confused by them bringing in characters from the TV shows who already have all this backstory that they aren't aware of. So they're doing it trickle down. It's like
So-
the movies first and then the TV
I don't
shows.
care
and then
about business.
gone.
Give me Daredevil.
So that's so the thing is
Sorry.
with that, right? No, you're absolutely right. It is this idea of that we talked about this like months ago when we were talking about how the MCU Disney shows are reflective upon the MCU as a whole. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fits in exactly what Colin's talking about when they were on. That shit was garbage. I'm sorry. Once they realized the writers, I think everyone kind of
What,
realized.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't run anymore. Like the show's dead. I think it's had about
Okay.
I think it was 7 years, then it stopped. But once they realized that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. literally had no impact on the rest of the MCU, it just felt like they could do whatever they want, and some of it was interesting, some of it wasn't. It was just that, yeah. But what's funny now is like this, like I said, we talked about the stuff that's happening with WandaVision and Captain America and the Winter Soldier, because that's what I'm calling it now. It's not the other way around. And Loki is that Loki, they keep saying, is very closely related to the next big Marvel movie, which is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. The problem with that so far is the entire, except for like one reference from that little cartoon clock, they have not really done anything that would. Okay, we're gonna talk about this.
Yeah, what they're gonna do, what they're gonna end up doing is they're going to have all it's gonna be is a couple of references, or a couple of things that are better explained through the show than the movie. In the movie, they're gonna have like a couple lines of dialogue of like a character showing up. How'd you been here? Oh, I've been watching, and then there you go. They've joined the fight or they've joined the story.
Yeah.
But it's gonna make more sense because in the show you're gonna realize, oh, they're there because of this whole storyline.
All right.
That's all it's gonna be. It's not
I
gonna
think that
lead into. It's not. You're not gonna need to watch Loki to understand Doctor Strange or whatever.
Oh,
other
no.
comes after that.
and I think that being in the Marvel universe is actually harming these shows as shows a little bit.
Mhm.
And the reason I say that is that we're all looking for references, how it's going to tie all that stuff. when you look at what Loki is, it is an insanely interesting and well done character study of Loki from the Marvel series. The entirety of the show is focusing on what makes him tick, what fuels him, what he needs, and what he lacks as a character. And it genuinely does touch on a lot of that stuff. But at the same time, the show has to spend time saying, like, oh, but by the way, there's multiverses and there's timelines and who are the timekeepers? And these are all interesting questions. But like, again, harming is a bad word. I don't think it harms the show. It's just that the way that these Marvel TV shows are working, it's setting a precedence that story and all of like anything that fuels really good TV is almost as important as the references that need to connect to stuff. Because like, remember how much we all ruined WandaVision for ourselves by thinking every character was Mephisto instead of just watching the TV show for what it was? You know, like
or Quicksilver actually being Quicksilver.
Well, okay, that was stupid. They brought in the actor who played Quicksilver and said his name is Ralph Boner. Like, this is like an unprecedented style of TV of saying here is television that is directly related to a huge movie cinematic universe, but it's like, but we're not going to make the shows about the movies. The shows are going to be about the shows, and it's like, I don't know. It's like a weird divide where it's like, as much as I want it to be a good TV show, I also want it to bring up big Marvel characters that I can get excited about. Like it's different. I didn't watch Breaking Bad thinking, damn, when is the Human Torch going to show up? You know, like it's like, it's different.
Yeah. Okay. Question. All of us except for obviously Michael have seen episode 5 of Loki. Yeah.
Yes.
I have not.
What?
God damn it.
I just haven't had the chance to. All right, with Sydney getting here and we had other stuff to do, we just did not have the chance to watch it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, don't say it. Come on, man.
Anyways, it's someone try.
It's a good one.
It's good. It's good. It's. I don't want to. I'm not gonna give my opinion away because I don't want it to sway or put too much emphasis on it before when Colin finally gets to watch it. Probably with Sid at this point. It's just they've tried to throw in a lot of Easter eggs. Some of it was cool. One of them, one of my buddies, Andrew, tried to be like, "Oh, it's so prominent. Oh my god, it's such an important, like, it's like a world-changing Easter egg." And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna let you know right now. It's nothing important.
Are you talking about the Thanos copy?
Yes. It's just there for 2 fucking seconds, not even. And like it's not even like an Easter egg because it's plain view right there in big yellow words. Thanos on a helicopter. For those who don't know, the Thanos copter was a thing that Thanos had to use to fly around Earth and shit to fight people because he can't fly because he's Thanos. He's not.
Yeah, and then he got arrested. He straight up got put in cuffs and took to a police station like Thanos, the Mad Titan. That happened to him too.
God.
People want to fucking say, hold on, people want to say with that, how Marvel is so much better than DC. You had one of your biggest villains fly in a fucking helicopter, then get arrested by human police officers. Don't ever come at me. Don't ever come at me ever again and say that Marvel is better than DC. They are both equally good and trash at the same time.
See, I don't know if this is better or worse, but the bad guys did stop him. But then the bad guys just gave him to the police, and the police put him in like jail.
What?
Yeah.
Thanos was like, "All right, I can't escape these little metal cuffs."
At least, like at the end of Endgame, it wasn't just like a couple of cops came out the portal. Like,
Right.
go to arrest help.
Yeah, all you
No,
hear.
you're done for, buddy.
Thanos is like, "You'll never catch me," and gives him the
We're going to
Thanos copy.
Dude, this is what happens. This is what happens, right? Fucking Thanos lands in the Thanos copter, and then all you hear is like on a radio cap on your left, and then the portals open up, and it's just like NYPD cops coming in, and they go up to fucking Thanos,
Oh my god!
and they're like, "Hey, do you got a permit for that?" And he's like, and then before he can snap, they handcuff him, stops him, and then they find a stash of marijuana in the helicopter, and he's put away for life. And credits.
Oh my God. No, you remember in the first Avengers movie where
propaganda.
there's the one thing where Cap just like it lands on top of a car and like starts barking orders to the cop, and the cop's like, "Why am I supposed to listen to you?" And the Cap starts kicking ass, and the cop's is like, "Okay," and then starts doing whatever he says. It's that cop. He's coming back. He's making the comeback. A random beat comes in the first Avengers movie.
Oh my God. And it's like, don't worry, Cap, we've been working on this for years. We know how to solve this man's problems. It's just Thanos-sized fucking, like, instead of the Infinity Gauntlet, it's just the Infinity Cups, and just, and it's done. There it is. Oh, there, we fixed Marvel.
NCIS, or it's fucking banner. Hard cut.
Law and Order SVU.
Miami.
These are their stories.
I don't know. That is such a better ending for Endgame.
Oh my
Because
God.
Iron Man gets the stones, and then he's just like, I am. And then the police is like, wait a minute. Thanos, you were under arrest. What did I do? I didn't do nothing. And then they just take him to the NYPD,
Oh
the
my.
precinct. And then it's just a Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode.
There it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's Andy Samberg who does the arrest and everything. There we go. Oh my
God. We could ruin the MCU so perfectly. It's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
really easy, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Fix the whole
Like-
MC with that.
Another like Thanos copter-esque thing. Why did Spider-Man ever have a car? Why did he have a spider car?
Why did he
swings from webs? He doesn't need a car.
Why does he have a
Well,
motorcycle?
I guess maybe he's in like the desert, like a car would come in handy because he
Yeah.
can't swing on anything. But like,
It's when he's in the suburbs, like in like in Homecoming, when he's running through the suburbs and he realizes he can't swing around the houses. He needs it there.
No.
There we go.
I think he swings on the light. He does it in the golf course, but then he just gets a spider golf cart.
Look, this is the thing. You're not paying attention
Even
to
better.
this clearly, all right? It's, look, when he gets older and he's finally married and he has kids, it's very frowned upon if he's swinging around with a little fragile baby neck, swinging web to web. That's why he has the fucking spider van. He gets in there. You get all
Dude,
the
but
cushion.
the spider buggy is like a hollowed out Jeep. That's not safe for kids either.
Look, he gets the suspension with all the webbing and stuff, and he puts him in a little cocoon. It's fine. It's fine. Just
I don't agree. I have to strongly disagree with you right here.
This, you have gone too far. This is it. This is the moment where I put my foot down.
And getting back to references in Loki, I don't think you were talking about Thanos Copter. I think I know what reference you're talking about.
Please.
Was it? Okay, I'm trying to not give it away. Was it a tall one? If you know what I'm saying.
So I
Starts with a Q.
It's that was one of them that I'm like, all right, that's
Okay.
it's a nice little like tip of the hat sort of, but like it's nothing's gonna happen with it. They're never gonna do anything with that. That's just for them. The other thing that kind of bothered me, and I really want to talk about it, but we can't, is so they do the Simpsons going underground scene where like they see above, they cut down, and like it goes through the dirt and you can see stuff in the dirt. You know what I mean? So like in the Simpsons, you'll see like a skeleton or like a vat of radioactive goo and all that shit. Like that's like their kind of joke. Well, they do something similar, and they show very prominently in the middle of the screen an item that I feel like at the end of this episode would be in Loki's possession at this point. But they're just kind of throwing the rules out the window now, and they're not even bothering to follow it anymore. And I want to talk about it, but we can't. I'm being a good boy. I'm gonna be
I'm gonna be looking for that
is-
as soon as that shot starts. As soon as the camera starts going down, and be like, "Where is it? Where is it? What's this
You
talking
can't
about?
miss
What's
it.
talking about?"
You can't miss it. It's literally like the middle of the shot. It's right there.
It feels like it does kind of feel like they're just like doing whatever they want, because the thing is they set a precedent for time travel, but they didn't even follow that precedent in Endgame.
Yeah.
And I will debate anyone on that about how they fuck up their own rules of time travel in Endgame. Captain America shouldn't have been able to go back in time and then sit on the bench. That doesn't make sense. That's exactly what they said you can't do.
Yeah.
I get it. It's a movie, but still. They spent 20 minutes talking about the rules. Okay, I gotta stop.
No,
Anywho,
you're no.
They set a precedent for. Okay, so here's my thing. And I understand the counter argument is that it's a movie and it was a nicer scene for it to go that way. But the thing is, they spent time telling us how time travel worked, and that if you go back in time, you're creating a different timeline, and you can't return to the timeline you're in. Or you can, but you have to go back through the portal. You're not in the same timeline. What you do there doesn't affect the future of the other timeline. Those are two different
Yeah,
universes.
you're branching
They
off to something
established
else.
that.
Yeah.
But then Captain America goes back in time and then doesn't go back through the portal, but just shows up as an old man, which is that doesn't make sense. Has there
Yeah,
always been two Captain
I-
Americas running around?
I don't think that is actually an established rule that they have to come back
Yes,
through
it
the
is.
portal. No,
They take time to say it because they say, "Why don't we just go back in time to when Thanos is a baby and kill him?" And they say that's not how time travel works. When you go back in time, you create a new branch of time, and whatever you do there alters that time reality, but it doesn't alter yours. So they said you can't change something in the past to change your pre-established future because otherwise you wouldn't be going back in time.
You know what that sounds like to me?
okay.
Back to the
Okay.
Future.
Well, Back to the Future said, "Fuck you, it's time travel. Who cares?"
Yeah.
Here's Marty McFly. They didn't care. They didn't explain anything. Avengers explained how time travel worked and then
And
went against what they explained.
See, so Back to the Future is a superior time travel movie. Confirmed.
It is.
Yes.
I always.
Yeah.
But that I will stand by that. Bill and Ted's create whatever adventure is better.
Yeah,
I
Bill
don't know
Ted. Yeah,
about
Bill.
that, but-
Here, even Tom in chat, which again we don't normally talk to chat, but this is Tom is a part of the crew, so he can bring this in. Like, if he stays, it would create a new branch. Wouldn't he be a variant in this Loki time frame? Yes, technically, Captain America
But
is a
that's the
variant.
thing.
So technically, now because you can't retcon. You can't just, I mean, you can if you wanted to. Somehow you see Captain America fighting the TVA, and so he earns that spot on that fucking bench or something if you really
punching
want to
him.
do that. Like, you can go ahead, but the idea is, yeah, that now they're kind of not fumbling, but they are making these little mistakes that if you look back at the older films, they don't connect as properly. They don't make as much sense.
But they did the throwaway line of saying everything the Avengers did is what they were supposed
Yes.
to in the timeline.
That bugs me.
Which is the scapegoat answer. Which is and the thing is, I don't mind it because I understand when you're doing multiple realities in time travel and all this shit, trying to actually manage all that is ridiculous. So honestly, just throwing a line saying what the Avengers did is what they're supposed to, and then no debate on it at all. Like, also, like it's. I get it. They're dealing with so much here. I'm more interested in seeing what Loki's doing and all that shit. But I don't know. Maybe there's maybe he went back, danced with Peggy, and then the TVA showed up and said, "Nope, nope,
Get out of here!"
not doing that." They
Yeah.
pruned him right away. That Cap's dead.
That's my thought process looking through all this. Is there's enough suspension of disbelief going on here that I'll just believe, like, okay, he didn't go to the portal. Okay, he found another way, and I'm not gonna think too much about it because I want to be able to enjoy it. That's what these movies
Yeah.
are. I don't need to do too deep into the. That's not how this works with the time travel thing. I don't give you that much of a shit.
I get that, and I enjoy those movies. It's just, and it's for what I emphasize is you can't establish rules in your film and say this is how things work and then go against it. That's not fair. I don't think you shouldn't be doing that.
So with that, all right, about setting rules and not not going against them. It's one of those things that it happens in the show, and it's also going to happen with this segue to our sponsor. All right, here it is. This episode of the SSN podcast, it works, is brought to you all in part, all of it, the whole parts, all of it, is actually brought to you by us. But specifically the contest, the giveaway that we're doing. At the end of the month, August 31st, we are having a giveaway where any lucky subscriber here on twitch.tv/SSNplays will be eligible to win an Xbox Series S.
Ah!
All right, we have a giveaway. It's going to be great. So you have until the end of the month of August 31st, 2021 to make sure you're subscribed to Twitch.tv/SSN Plays, and you have a chance. I don't care where you live, we will ship it to you. And because we have it upstairs. If you look at the Discord, it's already there. People have seen the picture. It is all there. You can go ahead and win an Xbox Series S. It is I was gonna try to go and grab an Xbox Series One X. Unfortunately, those are like impossible to find. They're still sold out. Luckily, the EB Games near my house actually had 4. I don't know why I did 3. 4 physical Series S's there. So I'm like, fuck it, let's go, let's grab it. We're grabbing those ones. So you can go ahead and win that by simply going here on August 31st. Make sure you are on stream with us and subscribed. You can go ahead and win an Xbox Series S. Simple as that. I would like to think there's nothing more simpler that I could say. Be here August 31st on the SSN podcast, because that's a Saturday. And we will, at random, do the draw to win. With that, understand. August 31st, subscribe. SSN podcast here, twitch.tv/SSN Plays. Use a Twitch Prime if you have to. Simple as that. All right. Cool. We all understand that? All right. Here's what I'm going to do now. All right. It was a segue, but I needed it as well. This is going to be one of the last few things I'm going to talk about. The whole MCU stuff. That is like one of our favorite conversations, but it's because it's a part of our life. Filmmaking. It's one of the biggest franchises out there now. It is the biggest franchise out there now. It like surpasses Star Wars in popularity at this point, especially with all the faults. There, he's back. Especially after all the faults that Star Wars has had as of late. It is the last thing I want to talk about for me. It's the idea that they're not listening to their own rules. So there's a scene, and this is not a spoiler for episode 5, so you're fine. This is just an issue that I've had this entire time. They very much just specifically say that the Infinity Stones, the Power Stones, Power Gems, or whatever you want to call them, have no effect on anyone who works for the TVA or inside of the TVA headquarters, because it is assumed that it's outside of their realm, so they have no power there. So anyone can do anything they want with it. And it's in the first episode where Agent B15 or B25, whatever her name is, grabs a hold, but just physically grabs a hold of the cube of the Tesseract and has no effect. And we've seen what happens when people grab the Tesseract when they're not a god, like Loki or Thor. They get transported to wherever the fuck the Red Skull ended up, right? We all saw that. And that's the general rule. And that's why when in Avengers, excuse me, Fury had the gem, the cube, it was like in a fucking container, sealed away, and no one was touching it by hand. You see that agent grab it and hold on to it. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. Humans are not supposed to be able to hold on to the Tesseract without getting fucked up. Fine, let's go ahead and we'll ignore that, because they're superior beings created by the Timekeepers. Except Liv's got a big smile on his face. But they're fucking not! They are human beings that the Timekeepers have abducted and turned them into variants because of it, pretty much, and they're just normal humans. So why is that agent able to grab that with her bare hands and not be transported somewhere else? After I very specifically saw, and throughout the entire series, they're saying how even just one stone, one gem, has that much power that mere humans cannot handle it. We saw fucking
still like
different breeds.
They're still working from another universe and all that shit. And also, okay, I still haven't seen episode 5, so I still don't know the answers to some of the questions that have been brought up through the series concerning those characters. But is it possible that there's still another explanation for that? Like they are not affected by the Infinity Stones in the same way?
Suspension of disbelief. We don't technically know that they are humans per se. They look like humans and they talk like humans, but
we don't.
There's
know
a chance that because Thanos is a mortal being who could hold all the Infinity Stones and not die.
Well, with the gauntlet.
Yeah, but even still, he like picks up a Power Stone, he punches someone, he's fine. Like he can. So
yeah,
For
Yeah, it's still
I don't-
part
for
of the
that one,
that's
it's like
part
you
of the
gotta reach.
mystery.
You're playing.
That's part of the mystery of it, man. They're still building up to it. There's still an answer that's yet to be. There's still a question yet to be answered.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, oh, it's bullshit. It shouldn't be able to have this.
No.
If you were to watch a murder mystery, you wouldn't be like, oh, this person shouldn't have been murdered. It's bullshit. It's
No.
like, no, that's the
Yeah.
question
No.
that's going to be answered.
Lib.
I understand.
Lib, yeah,
I
go
understand what Justin's saying. I get it though, because it very much feels like they forgot that when people grabbed the Tesseract, they blew up. Like that was a big thing. But then Loki picked it up, and Loki was fine. And Loki's a god. We can accept that. And then, but Loki looks like a person, and he's a god. Who's to say?
Yeah. Yeah.
And who's to say
I don't know.
when they were abducted by the Timekeepers, there wasn't some godly powers done to them? Because these people are doing shit that humans can't at some point. So this is looking for an issue where there isn't.
No,
one,
no,
Justin.
that's not. No, it's not. No, it is not. Because what you guys are doing now is filling in gaps that the story isn't explaining. That is you assuming something and being implemented into it, so it makes sense to you.
We don't have the full story yet.
Yes, and that's why
it's not the end of the series yet.
That's
I don't
why
think
I
they're
could be
gonna
frustrated.
explain that, though.
Yeah, and I could
don't
be
think they
upset
care
or
to.
upset. I could be like,
We can
"Yeah,
have
what
this
the-"
conversation when the story has ended. We don't yet have all the answers.
But see, that's the fun
You're
part.
tr-
This is the fun part where you get to speculate and have as much fun as you want. And then if I at the end they explain it and I look like an asshole, I'm fine with that. I'll look like an asshole.
Yeah, this isn't fun. This is you criticizing and starting bullshit where that doesn't need to be. This is you starting an argument and be like, "Oh, it's fun, guys," and I'm like, "No, you're just being a dick."
No, this is not me being a dick. You wait until you see me being a
What?
dick. There is another thing that
Wait
had
till you
happened.
see my dick.
I mean, look. Apparently, according to
Wait,
Colin,
the
it hasn't
post-show.
grown yet. Yeah, post show. There was one more thing in the thing that they. It's just something that I guess I'm just not the biggest fan of. It is this idea that Loki really hasn't used much of his abilities in the show, like almost at all. It just kind of sucks, like because like he is a god of mischief, and he's very proud of his linguistic skills, right? Like his manipulation of words, right? Because that's what he really prides himself on. But it would be nice to see him, he's still an Asgardian. He still took fighting, like training and combat and stuff. I think I would just like to see more of that a little bit and less of him just getting bitch slapped a lot. Like I know it's funny to see.
Yeah, he does.
It's just
I
agree with that
agree.
one, yeah.
For a dude who's a master manipulator, that dude sucks at manipulation.
yeah,
Every person he runs into, he's like, "I am the god," and you listen to me, and they're like, "Shut up, nerd!" And then he's like, "What? You won't listen to me?" And it's like, you didn't do a good job, Loki. Like,
yeah. But again, like,
I get it. Thematically, as the character, he has to go through struggles with
Yeah.
being this god of mischief. Thematically, it makes sense, but it's like he's the one scene that like it's goofy and it's not really great manipulation, but I think is just so funny for Loki is in Thor Ragnarok when Korg picks him up for being tased. He's like, "You guys look like you're in dire need of a leader," and then they're just like, "Oh, that's it's a good point. Nice." Like it's not really manipulation, but it's more like something Loki would actually stumble upon and like figure out.
yeah.
I think that because like that's his thing, right? He's the trickster, but he hasn't been very tricky. Now with characters like Mobius, it makes sense that he can't manipulate and get past Mobius, but then he's just going to different realms, and then everybody's like, "Shut up, loser!" Like whenever he tries to manipulate him, like.
Okay, question.
I mean, he got on the train, but
Yeah, like he used it once, right? Where he did like he that weird security like fleece uniform.
yeah, but it didn't even work because Sylvie had to enchant the guy.
Yeah. So like it's a little bit weird here and there, right? But Mobius, there's been like an idea running around, and I kind of want to see if it's true, and I want to run it past you guys. Do you think that Mobius is another Loki? Why a lot of the manipulation, a lot of this like talking back and forth, Owen Wilson Mobius is able to just stay with him the entire time, and like even trick the trickster himself to like teaming up with him and stuff. Mind you, it was very childish how it was. You'd be like, oh, you'd be so much better than me if you found this answer first when they're doing the research thing. But it's the idea that he's constantly manipulating the master of manipulation. Do you think that maybe Mobius is also a Loki variant?
That is a very interesting theory. I personally disagree. Or maybe not disagree. I like the idea of him just being someone who spent time looking at Loki and realizes he's not just a one-dimensional person.
Mm-hmm.
And just, I think him just being somebody who's interested in helping and like working with him is interesting. But I also think that the idea of him being like it's something that I wouldn't hate if it was the truth, but I prefer just him being some regular dude. I don't know why. Some guy who just wanted to ride a jet ski is kind of fun to me.
Yeah, right.
So I agree. I agree. I think it's better as he's his own character.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you guys.
Also, I could possibly subscribe to the theory that he might still be Mephisto. Still holding my hope, holding my hope for that one.
Someone here is Mephisto. I know it.
Where's
Who's the devil, please?
I mean, hell, in episode 6, right? Mephisto might show up. You never know, right? Like, we don't know what's gonna happen in episode 6.
They should cast the dude from Lucifer as Mephisto, and then just bring that character over.
I don't know if DC would let that
Crossover.
happen at this point. I don't know if they'd really let that happen. I think they'd have a little bone. to
Oh
pick with
yeah,
that.
he's technically DC.
Yeah. He's
That's
a part.
so weird.
He's a
It's
part
an
of the
entire
Arrowverse now, by the
show
way.
of God.
That's the weird part. Lucifer is a part of the Arrowverse now because of one of the
Can we
Flashpoint.
not talk about the Arrowverse on
Yeah.
the podcast?
No. We got to give everyone their just desserts. Yeah, in the TV show Flashpoint, like when they did their giant Flashpoint, there's a scene where you see Lucifer interact with some of the DC heroes to solidify that he is a part of the Arrowverse now. The Arrowverse that no longer has an Arrow because Arrow is now done. But I guess will they call it the Flashverse at this point? Like what would they call it? Right, because that's their next biggest
shitty
franchise.
TV-verse.
All right, calm down.
I just personally checked out of the Arrowverse. I haven't really watched anything other than clips on this.
All right.
I have passively watched my friend watch Flash, and every single time he watches an episode of The Flash, I say, "Why do you watch this show? It's awful." And he goes, "I know," and then he continues to watch it. And I don't understand.
Why are you watching that train wreck? I know it's a train wreck, but
He doesn't defend it. He doesn't
Yeah.
think it's good. He just watches it.
It's
He liked Gotham though. I didn't watch Gotham. I heard
Ooh.
Gotham wasn't awful.
I did not like
Was
Gotham.
Gotham bad?
I didn't like Gotham at all. I was not a big fan of it.
My parents
Mike,
watched
you
Gotham
watch Gotham?
religiously.
See, look, there it is. Parents watch Gotham. You don't want to watch Gotham.
oh, I've never watched, but I've heard brother. I watched it. He
it's
said
a-
it was not that good.
I don't like it because they take the characters that have been very well established, and it's not the idea like, oh, they're flipping the script on them. I don't like the fact that, Poison Ivy and Catwoman and Batman, they were all connected at the age of 10. It's like, why? You don't need to connect everyone together. That's not how this show works. Like, how it shouldn't work. Again, this is my opinion. Obviously, like, it just would make more sense that it was Jim Gordon and Batman, like young Bruce Wayne. Their relationship blossoming because in a lot of the renditions of Batman, Jim Gordon was the first responder there to take care of Bruce. So they started building a relationship from the start. And that's kind of a cool idea. But they go, no, everyone's got to be connected. Let's throw in the Penguin as well. And the Riddler. And this guy. And this guy. And fucking, let's talk about Metropolis, but never bring it up, which is a very DC TV show thing to do. Because back at Smallville, they kept bringing up Gotham. Not once did they ever have Gotham. The bastards.
Well, weren't they teenagers in Smallville?
I
You have
mean,
teenage Batman show up.
you would have.
Hey,
I mean,
stop committing crimes.
look, they also had fucking Tom Welling, who did an amazing young Clark Kent, even though he was like 25 and playing an 18-year-old.
He did do a good job.
Like, he did an amazing job there, and I was very heartbroken when they couldn't get him to come in for the Flashpoints as one of the Supermans. But Brandon Ralph did get to be Superman again, which is kind of cool.
That is cool. My issue with the Gotham show is that they're introducing major Batman characters, major Batman villains, all this stuff, but you don't have freaking Batman. You like if I understand the idea is it's more focused on Jim Gordon and stuff, but then what and I know they do like Falcone and shit. They do like the crime families. But like, why are you bringing in the Riddler as the Riddler, the Joker as the Joker, the Penguin, like in their personas, not just crime people Jim Gordon's facing. Like they're wearing costumes and they're using laugh gas, and it's like, but you don't even have like Batman there. Like, I think if they would have done like a Batman Year One show, that would have been far more interesting.
Yeah.
Just like a fucking Batman who's not good at Batman, who's just trying to fight the crime families, and then it just spirals out of control. Where now you have the Riddler, who's like, "Riddle me this, Batman. If you can solve this Rubik's cube, I won't kill people."
Yeah.
And he's like,
Or
"Okay, Riddler, I
He's
got
really
it."
running out of ideas here, man.
Yeah.
He's just giving me children's puzzles, and like if I fail them, like people die. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
If you can beat me in Mario Kart, I won't blow up Gotham.
God.
Batman, just arrest him. You're on, Riddler.
Yeah. If you can speedrun Dark Souls faster than me, Batman. No, but it
Here's the
was
thing, does Batman have prep time?
no. Batman never.
If so,
gets-
he's world record.
Yeah. That's the thing. It is like Gotham could have had. Even take some of the slightly more obscure villains like Victor Zsasz, who's just a serial killer, would work really well in Gotham. That'd be a very plain, simple idea. If you want to have an assassin, if you really want to bring an assassin in, you can bring like Deadshot and stuff into the series, but make him just look like a human at least for the beginning. Because the idea with Batman was Batman created his rogues gallery by becoming Batman, by a masked vigilante who's striking fear into the hearts of criminals. Criminals have to be like, well, then we have to step it up as well. We have to become grandier and just this more theater-like villainy to put fear into the hearts of the of law.
Batman showed up and they all got more flamboyant. They all
Yeah, I mean-
started wearing costumes.
I mean,
Like their normal henchmen would just show up in like, cargo pants and a shirt. But they're like, well, now the Riddler or the Penguin told us we got to wear penguin hats, and I don't really want to, but it's his thing now. Like, it's and that's the thing. It's why I love the Batman Year One comic so much. Is that the Batman Year One comic isn't him fighting the Riddler. It's like dude in a bat suit, a young Bruce Wayne. He doesn't have all of the tech that he has, and he's just going against crime families. He's going against genuine organized crime as a dude in a bat suit with like a rope. He doesn't have a whole lot of shit. So he does a lot of ass kicking. He gets his ass kicked a lot, but it's like there's one really awesome scene in the comics, and they used it in The Dark Knight, I believe. But basically they not shot for shot, but a very similar version. The whole crime families are all organized, and they're all together talking about what they're gonna do about Batman, and then Batman fucking shows up, and they're like, we got him where we want him, and he's like, if any of you try and do crime in my city, I'm gonna fucking fuck you guys all up. And then he kicks ass. Like it's awesome. It's cool. I don't think that's the direct lines, but
could you imagine Batman dropping down the most like epic moment, right? Like, oh my god, it's Batman, and he's like, if you guys do bad, I'll do bad to you, fuckers. And just starts punching people.
he's like swearing a lot. Oh my god, it's Batman. Fuck off. Oh,
No,
yeah.
But like he's stumbling on his words. Like you criminal, I'll fuck you up. And it's like, I'm sorry, what? Breaks his leg. You, the rest of you, like him. Be careful.
No, instead, all we got in Dark Knight Rises was Bane going, "You're going back to and Batman's like, "I came back to stop you."
Oh god.
And then they started fighting again.
And then he
That
breaks
was
his back.
literally
Yeah.
Oh, fight scene.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
the idea of like a really like stunted, like a not clever Batman, like Riddler's like all the time in the world, but not enough to save that. Batman's like, fuck off, bitch. And he's just like, okay, that wasn't very clever, Batman.
Yeah.
Fuck you, green fuck.
Yeah, and he's like,
Big
oh,
Batman, calm down.
yeah. Riddler's like, you'll never solve
I'm gonna
this
fucking punch
puzzle.
you suck.
And then like Batman's like, oh yeah.
Shoots him.
Hey Siri, what's green and red and done it all over? but you can't do it. Shut up, Riddler! You'll get your turn, scumfuck. And just goes back to like, Siri, I need the answer, please.
Joker, I don't like you, Joker. It's like, okay, Batman.
Oh, that would be amazing. That would. Okay.
Oh god.
What is also amazing, all right, is the idea that finally in Ontario, I'm curious to see what you guys think about this. Theaters and a lot of dine-in theater options, restaurants, are now going to be opening up to 50% capacity on July 16th. My question to you, do you like this idea? Do you think it's the right time? And what will be the first... Oh, wait until Lib comes back. There he is. There he is. What will be the first movie you will see in theaters?
Oh, Fast and Furious 9, baby. I
Oh, fuck.
cannot wait to see that garbage fire of a movie.
What
I'm
was
so excited.
my wife wanted us
I
to
might
watch
have to
some-
double feature Fast and Furious and Black Widow.
Ooh. It's a good idea. I might watch Black Widow first on like Disney Plus, but I don't want
Yeah.
to, but I might because I'm interested. I want to see if they ruin Taskmaster or not. And if someone's seen it, don't spoil if they ruin Taskmaster because he's my favorite character. I need to experience that ruining for myself.
I need that failure firsthand.
Because he's one of my favorite villains. But anywho, yeah, I'm most excited for Fast and Furious 9. Sorry, Michael, what were you saying though before? I think we'll cut you off.
I couldn't remember what movie my wife wanted me and the kids to watch. That's coming out, so
Well, let's
that's all I was saying.
let's take a look. Let's look. I'm gonna go to Cineplex right now.
Did you guys watch Luca, by the way?
Yes, yeah.
That was good. That was
It
really
was.
good. I liked that.
No, we
was
haven't.
cute.
I haven't watched
this
it
begin.
yet. Unfortunately, like I want to, but we haven't. Oh my god!
Space Jam, a new legacy. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
that's right. Space Jam. That movie's gonna be awful.
Yeah, that's gonna be terrible.
Okay, that movie's gonna be for kids, but I, as an adult watching,
I
it's
mean-
gonna be awful.
Let's be honest. The first Space Jam was also for kids. Like
Yeah.
it was
But
just
I
we were
love
those
that
kids,
Space Jam.
right? like
The thing is, it's all nostalgia because
Yeah.
I like watched that movie and I'm like, this is good cinema. And then Michael Jordan is a terrible actor.
oh my god!
They're like, Michael, can you say what are you talking about, Bugs? He's like, what are you talking about, Bugs Bunny? It's like, great, Mike, we got it.
Well, like here's the list, right? Here's the current list that's either playing now or will be playing soon. All right. So Black Widow, Fast 9, The Boss Baby, Family Business. They made a sequel to it. Space Jam: A New Legacy, Escape Room: Tournament of Champions, Jungle Cruise, Snake Eyes, and then The
Oh!
Forever Purge.
I am watching Snake Eyes. I am so excited for Snake Eyes. I don't care. Everyone shits on G.I. Joe, I know, but I love the actor who's playing him, and Snake Eyes is always my favorite G.I. Joe character. I'm making you watch Snake Eyes with me.
You woman!
Wanting to watch it.
Not yet. It'll be whenever we can go to movie theaters. But
July 16th.
Yeah, exactly.
July 16th.
Oh, I thought it was like the 29th.
Yeah. Anywho, I'm excited for Snake Eyes.
You're
I may be
really
the
excited.
only one in the world.
Yeah.
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 Probably.
In all honesty, I'm looking at this list and I'm not. Unfortunately, I think we are gonna see The Boss Baby, and I don't want to.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's gonna be an unfortunate one. Honestly,
Yo, Snatum, Boss Baby too.
I'm gonna kill myself. Oh my god. I'm gonna bring up the retirement plan a little bit sooner than expected, guys. In all honesty, I'm looking at the list. The Escape Room, Tournament of Champions, because like, the first Escape Room wasn't terrible. Like it's a PG horror film, but it was like it had some pretty cool visuals. I like the actors and stuff. I think that would be pretty interesting to see what the sequel to that's gonna be.
I didn't watch that one.
It's
It
not
kind
bad.
of a lot of Bloomhouse movies just fall into this
Yeah.
this chasm of Bloomhouse movies I'm never gonna watch.
But
I need to look up about the new one. Sorry. Anyway, sorry.
yeah, but it's Snake Eyes. I don't know. No, I can't. Like, it's just.
It's gonna be awful, but I mean, it's gonna have cool sword
I mean,
fights.
it's gonna be Fast and the Furious with ninjas. That's what it's gonna be. That's literally what
I'm
it's gonna
so
be.
excited.
What's wrong with that?
When
I'm not saying it's
when
bad.
He puts on, when he puts on like the helmet, it's gonna be like the most like Captain America picking up Mjolnir scene. Like they're gonna try and make it so epic, but no one's gonna care.
Well, that's the
Everyone's gonna
thing,
be like,
right?
okay, just put on the helmet he wears.
That's
like,
looking at this. It's like I would understand if this movie would have came out 5 years ago.
yeah, when they were doing the
Yeah,
movie.
right. So like, what is it that's causing them to want to do this now? Like, is it because this is not even the same actor who played? Jesus Christ, Lim. This is not even the same actor who played Snake Eyes in the original films, right? It's something completely different.
Yeah,
Yes,
because the
that's
original Snake Eyes was a white dude.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, and
Oh,
yes.
he also had some legal troubles.
Oh my.
He should not be playing that character anymore.
So yeah, like G.I.
I
Joe
need to-
Retaliation. The latest in the G.I. Joe franchise was released in 2013. Okay.
Wow. That was a while ago.
That was almost 10 years ago, and
That's
we're getting
crazy.
so.
I think we literally talked about this last week. We had this exact same
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
It's like, why are
Yeah.
you bringing back these characters for so long? And we had the same conversation.
But we didn't have Lib, who's a big Snake Eyes fan.
Wait a damn second. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was Cobra Commander.
Oh yeah,
You didn't know that? Oh my god!
And
you
he
know,
literally
It was
just like, at the end of
it
the
was
movie, they
Ray
literally just
Park, by
goes.
the way.
Yeah, Ray Park.
Fucking Darth Maul was Snake Eyes originally. Anywho, sorry, what were you saying about Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Cobra Commander? I'm interested.
Because it was a plot twist. Because at the beginning of the movie, he was like the little brother character. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna follow you anywhere, Joe," and then he fucking dies. Then the end of the movie he comes back. He's like going like this. It's just going like talking like this.
Yeah, so he didn't have the mask until like the end of the movie, and then in the sequel, they don't write him out, but they don't get Joseph Gordon-Levitt to come back because they now just have the mask and the voice. Like they literally just shoot off Joseph Gordon-Levitt for it. It's so fucking like, oh my god! I'm looking at this poster for the original one too.
This poster's amazing, dude. This looks like a PS2 game.
Oh my god! Like, hold on, I'm gonna put this up for us to watch. Hold on a second. I gotta get this. This is during a time where like posters, the artistry kind of died. You know what I mean? It's
What are you talking about? This is better than anything I've seen lately.
I'm gonna need you to stop right now. I'm gonna need you.
Star Wars can suck it. G.I. Joe has the best posters.
Oh my god! All right, I'm gonna put this on the desktop. Let's call it GI. Boom. So, also, it's not just GI Joe. It's GI Joe: The Rise of Cobra. Like they were,
yeah, damn straight.
with the quote on the poster, which I love it so much because it's so like ugh. All right, show and tell dump. Go to images. Gotta say goodbye to Red Hood. Go to GI. Bring that up. Press OK. Here we go. That's up. And with the with the tag title, with the title description, awesome by Harry Mills. Like that's that. It's so fucking.
You're really trying to upsell that, eh?
Look how good that looks.
Yeah, does it? Does it look good?
That's a movie I want to watch.
Oh my god! You can't even say that without laughing.
Oh,
There's a specific scene from that old G.I. Joe movie that I remember so vividly of when Snake Eyes is chasing after the truck and they just get a quick shot of him jogging towards it. And it is the funniest. Like he like runs like
the Tom Cruise
run for like half a second, and then they just hard cut away from it because they realized how awful it looked, and they're like, we need to get away from Snake Eyes running. Also, so a big thing with that movie is they casted a white dude to play Snake Eyes, and then had an actual Asian dude playing his like brother, who was like Snowstorm, who he was rivals with. But like since Snake Eyes was always in a suit, they're like, well, it doesn't matter if he's actually Asian, I guess. We'll just say his brother. Like it is not good.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so excited for the new Snake Eyes, as it will be a fantastic movie.
Do you think it's going to be a reboot for the GI franchise? Do you think that's what's going to happen?
It probably.
Look at that. Like someone put it in chat. Fitz put in chat like a series
hope
reboot, maybe.
Not. I hope not.
But like, what's the
unless
goal?
it's a Snake Eyes solo series, then.
Well, that's the thing, right? What's the goal with this? In all honesty,
cash.
Oh,
money.
Yes, but it's not just it's cash, but it's cash to do more cash, right? With something like Snake Eyes, you're doing this probably with because it's literally called Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins. So like, are we going to get an origin story for like all the other characters? Like, what is the goal?
Sincerely hope not. If we get the Duke origin story and it's about Channing Tatum, I am not gonna watch that movie.
Do you think
that was Rise of Cobra?
Yeah,
exactly.
That's literally it's what it is. But it is very interesting. Like, what other characters will you have an origin for now? Like, who are these people? Because you can't
bring Dwayne Johnson back and be whatever his character was. Was Roadblock?
Yeah, I think so. Like, can they afford him? At this point, like he's
We'll bring
Uh,
back the Rock's character. I don't care what his name is. Like that's the actual producer meeting.
The Rock is the character.
Yeah,
my God.
exactly.
I'm interested on what the budget is. Did they just throw like a cool
Oh.
million at this and say, let's try and make some money? Like, I know
Yes.
it's not a million, but it's like it's if the budget isn't crazy, then I would say they're completely like, here is a Hail Mary to see if anyone is interested in the G.I. Joe movies. We know people like Snake Eyes, people like this actor. We'll put two and two together. Hopefully it's like it honestly, we don't know. Maybe it's the best directed movie of the year. It could be. I don't think it will be, but you know, I personally think it's a Hail Mary. It's like a
Yeah.
here's a feeler. Do you guys care about G.I. Joe still? And then if it gets a good response, we'll see. Maybe they make another G.I. Joe Origins. I hope not. Unless they do the Joseph Gordon-Levitt Cobra Commando. Fuck, Cobra Commander solo movie. Like, I don't know. I can't imagine a world where they're confident this is gonna start a universe. I think it's just a complete like it's almost like Iron Man, right? When they made Iron Man, they weren't completely thinking about the MCU.
Yeah.
It's like, let's make this cool. We got this Marvel character. John Favreau will do it. I think the only reason they did it was because they wanted to make more toys. They wanted to sell toys. So they made an Iron Man movie to sell toys. And then it ended up being everyone loved it. So you go off of that. But, you know, I mean, it very well, this could just be another movie to sell more toys. Like, there probably is going to be hella G.I. Joe Cobra Snake Eyes sets coming
100%.
out with it. But,
Maybe like a cartoon
Yeah.
or something, right? Like that's kind of the idea that
Yeah.
they're. So from the initial information that that I'm seeing here, it looks like they might have a budget of $175 million.
Wow.
Jesus.
Right?
You know, I would probably compare this more to like Bumblebee. Kind of, they had one franchise, and it kind of somewhat started to taper off in some ways. So this is kind of their Bumblebee. They're doing something a little bit different, trying something different to see. Okay, maybe we should take the franchise in that direction. If it doesn't do well, try again with the way it was going. This is kind of their experimenting like that.
Yeah. So I'm trying to see. I'm hoping it's not as high. Like again, this is just what I can grab. I'm hoping it's not that high. Honestly, especially for a film with a solo lead actor, right? With what they're going with. What is it? His name's Henry Golding.
Henry Golding.
I am assuming this is gonna probably, in all honesty, like a $80 million budget. You know, I think that'd be kind of fair. Testing the waters for Paramount, because like it's not that much anymore in this day and age, but it's not. It's enough that they're probably gonna make their money back at least. But if it's a failure, but if it's a hit, then let's go.
Yeah.
Like we're laughing our way to the bank. Like that is you're golden at that point. So I'm gonna say that this is them testing the waters to see if they can bring back the franchise. That's gonna be my guess.
I would say
Probably.
so too. And the thing is, for me, why I'm in on this, is that if this movie was pitched to me, the idea behind it, without being tied to G.I. Joe, I would still be interested. Because realistically, you look at the base of the movie, it's going to be about some ninja dude kicking a bunch of ass. He goes into like a fighting tournament at some point. It's like why I'm so excited for Shang-Chi too. It's going to be, you're basing your whole movie around ass kicking. And that's always going to get me, excited. And like, I love seeing Asian representation in movies. I love seeing more strong Asian leads being casted. Like this looks like it's a predominantly Asian movie. Like it's a good thing to see. I really like Henry Golding. He was kind of fun in The Gentleman. He was really good in Crazy Rich Asians. Like he's a really charming guy. So if he goes out there and he can kick some ass, like I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. Like see him get that on this resume. So like for me, it's a win-win. I'm not gonna go into this movie and lose anything unless the action is really bad. But when you're making a Snake Eyes movie, like you have to have good action or you have nothing. Like it's not gonna be the story-driven characters that are gonna propel this movie.
The director for this, his name's Robert Schwentke.
Has he done anything?
Yeah, he has. So, I'm just gonna bring up some of the ones. The ones that you probably have heard of. Red. So Retired
yeah.
Extremely Dangerous. That's always a good
Not
one.
bad.
And R.I.P.D. The
Ooh,
Ryan
that's
Reynolds,
not a good
Jeff
one.
Bridges, right? He's also done a movie called The Captain. I'm not too sure what this one is. It's 2017.
He did Divergent too.
There you go.
I didn't watch that.
I
And he did the dude who did R.I.P.D. did The Time Traveler's Wife.
Right. So this
What?
guy kind of does everything. Like he'll grab whatever he wants, and he'll make something with it.
Time Traveler's Wife was actually kind of nice.
What I would be, what I think about it again, I don't know. Maybe he'll do this, and it'd be kind of cool if he does. I would love to see if he does more of like a Hong Kong kung fu esque more style of filmmaking, where like you stay on the shots longer, so you really get to appreciate the choreography. You'll have a couple more wides. You'll let kind of like the art, the dance of the fighting kind of flow through. I think that'd be kind of nice to see. I think that'd be kind of fun. Like almost like I don't want to say hard boiled, but kind of in that sense where it's just you get more grit into it. I find when you have it like that, and it gives also a chance to bring back practical fights again, where it's not just cut the Jason Bourne. Born Identity style of fight scenes, right? Where it's like cut, or the Boys style of fight choreography. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Have you? The Amazon woman in The Boys. I can't remember the character's name, but
haven't watched The Boys.
it's a great show.
She just goes by the female. I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, are you talking about the one who's with the boys or the one who's on like the 7?
The one that's a part of the 7, the who's basically supposed to be Wonder Woman, right?
Oh, she's Queen Maeve, I believe.
Yeah, Queen Maeve. So Maeve, yeah, that's what it's Maeve. There's a scene where you see her training with a bunch of like really built dudes, and it's like her whipping their asses like left and right. But the cut and the flow of the fight just doesn't look well and good. But it's because the actor didn't have enough time to do like the full choreography. So it's like hit, move, camera change, hit, move, camera change, hit, move, camera.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't look good. But again, it's a TV show.
Jarring.
Yeah, it's very jarring. And with TV shows, that's one of the biggest issues. Is they'll set an entire day for the verbal scene. But then they're only going to give you like a half day to like 3 hours just to do the fight scene, and that's also including with like choreography put in there. So it's like hard for them to really push these awesome fight scenes and stuff. But that's why with these films, sorry, my son yelled at something upstairs, and the dog's going crazy. But like with Snake Eyes, that's why I'm hoping more. You're going to get more like Matrix had a very good version of that. The first Matrix. Right? Like Agent Smith and Neo in the subway scene. Like that is so well done. And it's because it stays on the fights. You see like 6 or 7 moves being done to each other. And there's a little bit of impact. And it's because the actors are wearing padded clothing so they can hit each other a little bit. And like it just looks so good. That's what I'm always hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
And they're being pulled on wires, and there's a lot of practical like set destruction going on. So like they punch a thing, they punch through the wall. It's actually like a fake wall, so there's actual debris moving, and it's very well done.
I know this movie specifically I'm going to mention has been talked about a billion times, but if anybody hasn't seen it and they're interested in really good action, go watch. I think it's the Raid 2.
Yeah,
I think it's the second one. Like all of the Raid movies are amazing, but that movie has some of the best action you can ever find in like film, and the big part of it is all the camera work. Like you'll literally it'll be like a one shot of dudes just absolutely kicking the shit out of each other, and the choreography and the camera work is so insane that it's like a continuous shot, and it literally looks like you're watching 2 people just fight in public, but they're amazing kung fu masters. Like it's amazing, and it's like a modernized Hong Kong style, because those old Hong Kong action movies, they're cheesy. They got, Crouching Tiger, they got the wires, they're cheesy. But the thing is, you get to see the fights. They know you want to see the fights, and they show it. And I think for a while, like 2010 action movies just overdid it with the editing. They forgot how to film action scenes, and it's like, I think we're starting to get back to it a bit. I think John Wick helped people realize like you can do cool stuff in the modern era. You can shoot it in cool ways. So like I know John Wick wasn't the only movie to do that, but like I want to keep seeing good action, and I'm a little afraid because this is a big company that they're gonna, like big company wash it where they take this really cool creative shooting style and they're like, no, 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 make it more mainstream, more
Yep.
edits, more all that stuff. I think that's gonna happen with this movie. But if they have enough cool sword fighting, like I'm in. I don't care.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
Again, bar is low.
Yeah. And this is actually a good point that we are going to bring over into our post show that you guys can go ahead and enjoy live with us right now. But this is the end of the official part of the SSN podcast. Thank you guys for joining. If you can't join us in the post show, we love you. We'll talk to you later. The screen's going to go black for a hot second. So then we are then afterwards going to go into the post show. So bye for now if you are not sticking with us for the post show. Bye.
Bye.